So like the first is, as you alluded to, the untrained individual from both an aerobic and resistance training perspective. They're just starting out. I would highly recommend they do both because you're going to get different health benefits from both. You need both. And further, I actually think that the aerobic training related adaptations are complementary to further strength training because you're going to need to be able to lift with more volume. You're going to need to be able to recover between sets, all sorts of stuff, in addition to just general health benefits of aerobic fitness. And similarly, your resistance training related adaptations, improve strength and muscular function, are going to improve your aerobic performance. So it's like a win-win. So 10 out of 10 would recommend doing both. And any concerns of the interference effect are greatly outweighed by the potential benefits from doing both. So I'm just, even if I'm taking a few percent off whatever resistance training adaptation, whether it's maximal strength, maximal hypertrophy, maximal power production, I think it's worth it in that particular phase of training, even though I would, based on this data and the two previous meta-analyses, I probably wouldn't predict there to be a big difference anyway. Second use case is somebody's in the middle, right? And they're like, look, I've been training for a while. I'm really focused on getting strong, gaining as much muscle mass as possible. Those are my primary aims because I like it, but I haven't been doing conditioning. You're saying I should add conditioning, and should I just add a whole bunch of it? And it's like, well, at this point, you're requiring enough resistance training load, we'll call it, and that's not just weight, but that's volume, that's frequency, that's intensity, et cetera, to not only maintain your current level of strength, but also improve it. And so you have to be pretty careful with how much conditioning that you add because all you're doing is increasing the total training load. And so, starting at 90 minutes a week, maybe it's 3 30-minute sessions, is a reasonable place to start, and then gradually increasing from there up to, and ideally to exceed, the current physical activity guidelines of about 150 minutes per week. That would be a reasonable strategy there in order to not only continue your march towards getting stronger, but also now to include some aerobic related adaptations to improve your cardiorespiratory fitness. So that's the second use case. The third use case is me, right? As you said, and I believe there was at least 3 highlies in there, highly trained strength athlete who's getting ready for a competition that presumably matters to them. I don't think that adding conditioning is likely to benefit the meet performance from a strength perspective. In fact, I would predict that there would be likely harm, mainly because at this particular point in my training, this last little run up to the meet, my training intensity and total training load is effectively the highest it will ever be, during training. And